Hey everyone, hope you're doing well today. Just changing decks. Um, this reading is actually going to be centered around this reading is going to be for twin flames, soulmates, that type of experience. If you feel you're heavily entangled with an experience with a person, or if you just felt moved to view this reading, then it's for you. I We're gonna see if I feel moved to actually do a spread, or if I'm just gonna pull cards and see where that takes us. Before I get started, though, I just want to, make sure that folks know when when you participate in a soulmate experience or a twin flame experience, your your intuition is always going to be like gold, and I say that because a lot of people, even myself and even me, because players fuck up too. Um, we have a tendency to approach these twin flame experiences, the soulmate experience at first, thinking that this is the person who this is my person for life, and you know the test is me staying committed to them, staying committed to that vision. No matter what hell they put me through, this is we're gonna work through it, and at the end it's gonna be happily ever after, and that's bullshit. Um, that's bullshit. That's not what it is. The thing is that your intuition is gold in this, because the universe, and I mentioned this the last time I did a twin flame video, but the universe will not put you in a situation that lowers your vibration when you've already learned your lesson. So what that means for a twin flame situation, for a soulmate situation, is that if you're dealing with a person who actively lowers your vibration, leave, because that's your lesson. Go. It's it is true that dealing with a twin flame or a soulmate can trigger it can trigger a lot in you. You can have a dark night of the soul experience where where your emotions, where your traumas, where everything is just being brought up to the surface so you can face it and purge it. And that does happen, but your twin flame, your soulmate, this person, if you're looking for love, the love of a lifetime, it's it's not going to manifest itself in a person who treats you like shit. It's not going to manifest itself in a person who keeps exposing you to situations that you should not be in. Soulmates are not always life partners. I don't think enough people know that. Soulmates are not always life partners. Soulmates are here to teach you lessons. And sometimes a soulmate will stay in your life forever. Sometimes they stay in your life in a different capacity, as a lover, as a friend, as whoever, as an uncle or whoever else. Sometimes soulmates can stay in your life in any type of capacity that fits your life, or they leave you once the lesson is done. So don't feel like just because you feel like you ran into your soulmate that this is the person for you, because that's not necessarily true. Once you learn whatever this person has for you, then it could very well be on to the next experience for you. And if you're thinking that this is the person, it has to be them because they're so awesome and they love me and all this other stuff, that's also, the universe is vast. Don't limit yourself, because just because one person gives you everything that you think you want, that doesn't mean that they're going to be the only person to ever do that. So, you have to remember that you have to be willing to let the universe upgrade you as needed. Okay, so now you just came to me for the cards. Swords. So for the sake of twin flames, the top row we're gonna call that the for the divine masculine collective, so the masculine flames, twin flames, and then the bottom row is gonna be feminine. Again, if you're not familiar with the divine masculine, the divine feminine roles, it's honestly it's about what resonates within you. Just because you're a man does not mean you have to be the masculine twin flame. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean you have to be the feminine twin flame. There are a lot of masculine, masculine women who are twin flames. There are a lot of divine who resonate with the divine masculine, I should say. There are a lot of women who are twin flames who resonate with the divine masculine. There are a number of men who are also twin flames who resonate with the divine feminine. So it's all about what feels right for you. I'm just going to pull a few more cards. I think that'll do for now. So something actually very interesting here is kind of presenting itself. As I mentioned before, this top row is like for those who resonate with the masculine energy here, and the bottom row is for those who resonate with the feminine. Um, but what's also coming up here is that a lot of these cards are kind of clarifying themselves, they're kind of clarifying each other. So the energy is really it's working together. So I'll start with the so for the masculine we've got the Queen of Wands. For the feminine we've got the Devil. The Queen of Wands is very charismatic energy, very charismatic, very powerful, a little bit aggressive. But once it gets things done, it kind of has her own way of doing them. So this is kind of like where the masculine is feeling right now. They're kind of feeling like this is this is my time to shine. This is my time to shine. I'm gonna kick some ass. I'm gonna do it a court, and I'm gonna really rock it right now. That's what's coming up with the Queen of Wands, and that's what's coming up for the masculine right now. And this is really a twin flame spread. I think I'll do a separate one for soulmates later, but for now, this is definitely a twin flame spread because we've got the Devil here for the feminine, and then also if we look at the bottom of the deck, we have the Star. So that comes clearly. So we got the Star, and the card that's like right beneath the Star is the Nine of Wands reverse. I'm not sure. I don't think that's germane yet, though. But so the Devil is about. In this context, the Devil is kind of antithetical to the Queen of Wands, where the Queen of Wands is this free, charismatic, I'm getting a free spirit energy from the Queen of Wands. So she's kind of like this free spirit, very powerful, very charismatic, and very skilled at getting things done, although she can be a bit controlling. But what I'm getting from the Devil is this. Usually the Devil has to be reversed in order to show people, to show someone liberating themselves from attachments. But in this upright position, I'm also juxtaposed with the star. I'm kind of getting freedom. I'm getting a lot of feminine. Again, this is a twin flame spread. So a lot of people, a lot of members of the divine feminine are. It's kind of like through loving and nurturing, through loving on themselves, through loving on yourself and nurturing yourself. You're kind of starting to liberate yourself from this devil energy, and because of the nature of a twin flame connection, the work you do on yourself affects your partner as well. So for those who are so if you're masculine and you're doing your divine masculine, you're doing work, then it affects your feminine partner, and your feminine and you're doing your work, you're doing your self work, it affects your masculine partner, and that's kind of what's coming up here. And what I'm also getting is I'm getting a very self-centered energy from the feminine, and it's good. It's very good, and it's very healthy, and I like to see it because it means that the feminine twin flames are not they're not so fixated on making this union a thing that it starts to turn into the devil, because the devil is typically it's a controlling attachment. It's a situation where you've lost your power, and I like this energy that I'm feeling, because it means that the feminines they're not turning to that devil energy. They're not letting the situation control them. All of this movement and improvement that the divine feminine is doing, it's because they legitimately want to see themselves shine. They know that the union will come when it comes, and that for now, the best thing you can do is make the best life for yourself. So, to wrap this particular setup, we've got the devil energy, and it's because the feminine, you're doing the work, and you're really, you're pouring into yourself, and you're loving on yourself, and you're just being the star. You're kind of liberating yourself from this energy, and your masculine partner gets to benefit from it as well, because he's the Queen of Wands, and he's feeling fat, free, carefree as ever. But then we got to the Queen of Cups, and this is where it gets a little too spicy for the masculine, because the Queen of Cups is about, again, it's really carrying on that energy from the star. I feel like it's actually doubling down on it, and it's taking this self-care to a whole new level. Now you've got the feminine in this intuitive space, in a very peaceful and intuitive space, and she can't be bothered. So she can't be bothered, and the masculine is like, well, wait, she can't even be bothered by me? Nope. Nine of Swords. The masculine. So this is kind of I like this one, because this is, see, the masculine have an attachment to this union, to making this union happen. They do, and this is why the Nine of Swords comes up for them, because when the feminine gets into this, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna live my life how I live my life, and the union will happen when it happens, or if it happens, or whatever the fuck. I don't care. Then the masculine gets into this. Hold on, wait a minute. What do you mean you don't care if it'll happen? And then you get the Nine of Swords. So that one's a little bit funny to me, because again, as I mentioned, the masculine is very invested. They want this union to happen, and they want it to happen. I would say even a bit more than the feminine wants it to happen. And so again, you get that Nine of Swords energy. And if you're a masculine and you're reading this and you're watching this, I mean, and that resonates with you, you've got to embrace the Eight of Swords energy, which is surrender. The union doesn't happen while you're attached to making it happen. It happens when you detach yourself from it and you surrender it to the universe and you let things work themselves out. Because really what's coming up, like every situation here, that this is kind of like the highlight for the masculine. The Queen of Wands, the Devil, and the Queen of Wands is kind of like the highlight. It gets a little rocky from there. You got the Queen of Cups. You've got the Three of Cups reversed for the masculine, and then you got the Ten of Cups for the feminine. So the feminine is focused on, as I mentioned, the feminine is not as attached to making it. They're not attached to making this union happen. Like I said, it's been surrendered it's been surrendered to the universe, and they trust that it's going to happen as it happens. And so this Ten of Cups is about, for the feminine, it's not about seeking fulfillment with the divine masculine. It's just about seeking fulfillment. It's about fulfillment. It's about being fulfilled. And that's kind of throwing the masculine off a little bit because you get the Three of Cups reversed. And what I'm getting with the Three of Cups reversed is What I'm getting with the Three of Cups reversed is that a lot of you masculines thought the shit was sweet, and it's not. That's what I'm getting, because the Three of Cups is generally about casual unions. Um, like if you're dating casually, if you're seeing a bunch of people, it gives me very heavy third party vibes, and that's not very surprising because a lot of you masculines like to have a lot of sex. Um, and that's what's coming up here, but it's in the reverse position, and that's telling me that you're not, you may be in this, you may be out there casually dating and enjoying the world and everything, but you're not really feeling gratified by all of this casual exploration. You want something a bit more meaningful. What you really want is the Two of Cups, but that's not the space you're in right now. You're not ready for it. But so, and with that going on, meanwhile, the feminine is all about the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is usually, there's usually, husband and wife and kids. In this card, I believe it is actually a mother and her daughter. Which I'm guessing is also why I was moved to use this deck, because there's no man present in the Ten of Cups here. And again, it's really very fitting because, as I said before, the feminine is very focused on finding her own fulfillment. She's not going to let this union govern whether or not she lives a happy life or not. And that disturbs the masculine a bit, because now because it's like they always thought, well, I'm gonna go and haul around a bit and then I'll come back, and then when I'm finished, she'll be ready and it'll be happily ever after. And now they start to feel like, again, going back to Nine of Swords, there's a chance that maybe she doesn't care if it happens at all. And so it kind of it's really disrupting things. And then the Eight of Cups, and then the Lovers. The Eight of Cups is about, this is kind of feeling a sense of defeat. This is feeling a sense of defeat because you got this Three of Cups reversed energy here, and it's kind of like, again, it's like connections in turmoil. Maybe you're dating casually or whatever else, and you just kind of got caught up. And then you got the Eight of Cups, which is showing that you're not really, the masculine, you're not really gonna. There's no win for you in this Three of Cups reverse situation. It's a loss, and you're gonna have to move on. But not only that, like because it's such a loss, it's because it's so jarring. There's also again the doubt that the union is going to happen, and it's very funny because meanwhile the feminine is just really just exploring all of herself and loving on herself, and she's having a great fucking time because the lovers comes up, and the lovers, yes, in one way it is about union, but also it's about making the big decisions that bring you fulfillment. And yes, the feminine do want this union, but no, they're not going to make it. They're not going to let the desire to make this union happen. They're not going to let it rule them. They're not going to let it turn into some twisted karmic thing. It's not going to turn into the devil. It's going to be but it's going to be something born of love, because she wants to be there, because she wants you to be there with her. So for the lover's energy, you've got the feminine. They're enjoying themselves, and because again, another part of the lovers is about decisions, and because the lovers is also number six, it's the sixth card of the major arcana, and six represents balance. The feminine are very comfortable about the emotional space. It really about the overall space they're in, because again, it's major arcana, not a minor arcana. So it's not just action or thought or feeling, it's everything. So we've got the feminine starting to make really great decisions here, and they're feeling very peaceful, expansive, and willing to take a balanced approach to everything that comes up. So overall, what I'm getting, just is everything comes happens by way of the star. So what that means is everything happens by way of you nurturing yourself and giving yourself life and giving your dreams life. Everything happens. Nothing happens without you doing that first and foremost. So if you resonate with this and you take absolutely nothing else from it, take the star, because that's what's going to take you places. So that'll be the reading for the twin flames. Um, I did mention I'm doing a soulmate reading. I will do that. I'll do a separate video for that, and that will be up shortly. But for now, have a great day, and bye.